Hello, everybody, and welcome to Movies to Drink To. TV movie to drink to,
Yes.
I should say. This is our
Made
first
for TV special.
made for TV special we're talking about, and probably last. Because as it's Christmas, yes, we have a very special episode for you today. We are talking about one of the biggest pieces of fucking shit ever put to film.
I mean, it's legendary.
Yes, this is the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978.
Yeah.
Yes. Before we go on, don't forget to subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube or listening on Spotify or whatever. Hit the subscribe button, hit the rate, review button, the like button, comment, all that stuff. It costs nothing. So do it. Oh, and a quick announcement regarding the YouTube videos. You may have noticed that our last episode was audio only on YouTube, if you are watching this on the YouTubes. From moving forward, for the time being, our videos will be like this, but without clips from the films we're talking about edited in. I'll still try and throw in some stills and stuff. But actual clips from the movies will no longer feature for the time being in these videos, unfortunately. 2 reasons. 1, the copyrights are just a pain in the arse, even though we usually get away with it. 2, I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to edit all that stuff, and on top of doing that and the other YouTube channel and everything else, and I have to work a full-time job because I don't make any money from this. I simply do not have the time to do it anymore.
And I don't know how to edit.
Yeah, and if you got a problem with that, fucking pay me.
We'll hire someone.
Yeah, or if you know how to do it and we'll do it for free,
Yeah.
let us know. Now, when it comes to the Star Wars Holiday Special, you'll be forgiven if you've never seen this TV special or even heard of it, for that matter.
Yeah.
As everybody involved in the making of this hates it, is deeply embarrassed by it, and likes to pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah. George Lucas won't release it to be shown. You can find it on YouTube, but other than that, it will never be released to buy or stream.
You will not find this on Disney Plus. You cannot buy this on DVD. It aired only once.
Yes.
On November 17th in 1978 on CBS. George Lucas did set out to buy and destroy every master copy of this, and he thought he had succeeded. But alas, he was wrong, and bootlegs of this were passed around for years and years until eventually it made its way to the internet, where, like you said, yes, it is free to watch on YouTube, which we did, so you don't have to.
There was one official copy made for Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
Apparently, and she used to torment her guests at parties and stuff when they was all doing cocaine and shit.
Yeah,
she's watch this shit.
She used to put it on when she wanted people to fuck off.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of backstory. So this, obviously, Star Wars, as it was just called then, now known as Episode 4, A New Hope, was released in 1977. It was a huge hit.
You've probably heard of it.
Yeah. And somebody came up with the idea of this holiday special, I guess, to cash in on the success.
Basically, yeah, it was to cash in.
The following year. Now, the story, Lucas basically said, we should do a story centered around Wookiees.
Yeah.
And on their home planet and all that. But he isn't actually credited in any way on this.
No.
Because at the time, not only were they moving to a different HQ, you also had, they were still promoting the first one.
And they were working on Empire Strikes Back.
And they were starting to work on Empire Strikes Back. So they just kind of left it up to the TV people.
Yeah. CBS or something, I think.
Yes, it was CBS. It went through a couple of different directors before they... Who the fuck?
It had directors? I mean, it doesn't look like it had directors. It just looks like it lost its way.
Steve Binder is the person who directed this.
Right.
Didn't do anything else of note.
Fucking probably not after this, no.
No. So yeah, they were kind of just left to do what they want.
Right.
And they did. But Lucas wouldn't budge on the Wookiee thing, though.
No, I did read this. And they were like, George, and 5 minutes into this, it becomes really apparent. But they're like, George, the Wookiees don't speak
English
language. They're like, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, and you want to do this story?
No subtitles.
Yeah, no subtitles at all. Conveying emotions and stuff.
Wookiee life.
Yeah, and it doesn't fucking make any sense.
No. They probably would. Obviously, he was very busy at the time, and he'd just get a phone call, and they'd be like, yeah, about the Wookiee thing. It's like, just do it. Click. Anyway, back to... Anyway, without further ado.
Yes.
This is the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978. Starring Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. Basically, the cast of Star Wars. With B. Arthur, Art Carney, and Jefferson Starship.
Yep. One of my favorite things right at the beginning of this, I was like laughing because it comes up. They do like this cheesy this is who's starring in it thing. It's like Mark Hamill when he turns the camera, and then it goes to everybody else, and then it goes like Anthony Daniels as C-3PO, Mayhew as Chewbacca, and then it goes R2D2 as R2D2. Yeah, fuck you, Kenny Baker.
Well, he wasn't in it.
Was he not?
No.
Was he not in R2D2?
No.
Somebody was though.
No, it wasn't. It was a remote control one.
Joking.
Nope.
Oh, well, that ruins the fun for me there. But then also it comes up and it's James Earl Jones as the voice of Darth Vader. It's like, fuck you, David Prowse.
Also, yeah, it was the first time James Earl Jones was credited as being the voice of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Anyway, the plot, Beeth.
Plot Beeth. Chewbacca and Han Solo tried to get to the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk, which they keep calling Kazook for some reason, to celebrate Life Day, but are impeded by an Imperial blockade. Chewie's family passes the time with various forms of entertainment.
Yeah, they couldn't decide on the name because originally it was Kashyyyk, but then Lucas was like, "It's Kashyyyk." And they're like, we've already made it.
Doesn't matter. It's not canon.
No. So we immediately begin with Han and Chewie being chased by Star Destroyers in the Millennium Falcon for a bit. Then they go to light speed, and then then we get the title cards, as you mentioned, that look so cheap.
Yeah.
And cheesy with a cheesy voiceover. The Star Wars Holiday Special, starring, and then it goes. It goes through the cast, and the voiceover is like, "Meet Chewbacca's family."
Yeah.
And you've got his wife, Marla.
And
He's
you're like, all
married.
right, that's fairly sensible.
Yep. Then you've got Itchy, his dad.
Yep.
Grandpa Wookiee.
Yep.
Who looks monstrous.
He looks like he's had several strokes.
Yes.
Like, even for a Wookiee.
And then you've got the absolutely terrifying Lumpy.
Lumpy.
His son. Ugh. Those eyes. Lumpy, by the way, was played by a 40-year-old woman.
Fucking, but I mean, I know this was still early in the Star Wars thing, but like we've got Chewbacca and then Lumpy and Itchy.
Why do they call him Itchy? Because he got crabs.
Yeah, he's got some horrendous skin disease underneath all that hair.
Why is he called Lumpy? Because lumps of shit stick to his anal beard. He never cleans it off properly. That's how he got the name Lumpy. We then cut to Kashyyyk. And we have Lumpy and Grandpa, Chewie's wife. They're just doing stuff like eating, playing with toys, taking out laundry, looking at a picture of Chewbacca, watching holograms of dancers. This goes on for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's all not in English because it's just...
Yeah, there's nothing. There's just growling at each other.
Yeah, they're just screaming at each other.
They live in a house that's like furnished and stuff. Doesn't fit into any of the later portrayals of Kashyyyk whatsoever. Like if you've ever played Fallen Order, look, Kashyyyk looks nothing like this.
Although the houses look from the
exterior. The exterior. But then once you get in, it's like the Jetsons.
Yeah, it is. It's very American sitcom.
Yeah,
living room.
It's like a fucking oven and washing machine. And they've got rows of books. Like this is famously a warrior race.
They've got a lazy boy that Grandpa sits in, watching his stories. Oh mate. And then is it Lumpy watches a hologram of some dancers, and basically anything that they watch, we as the audience have to watch.
We have to sit through.
So we have to sit through this acrobat dance sequence, which goes on for fucking ages.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be based on the hologram chess game that they play in Star Wars, and it's just basically some acrobats.
Yeah.
Nothing particularly fantastic about them. It's just acrobats, like holographic acrobats, and it goes on forever.
Yes. And we have to watch it all as Lumpy watches it with his terrifying dead eyes. Chewie's wife then goes over, this is Marla, goes over to a massive computer to see if Chewie's on his way. He isn't. Yeah. So they phone Luke, who doesn't seem particularly happy to receive their call.
Nobody does.
No.
At all. Like throughout this.
They
it
keep
seems to be a running
people.
Theme. Yeah. And
they FaceTime people like, where's Chewbacca? Where's Chewbacca? And everyone's like, oh, we don't know. Fuck off.
Yeah, Luke is very like...
But when they phone him and they answered, they're all stood around just screaming at him in Wookieese. And he's like, whoa. What's going on?
So one at a time. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, then he's very much like, don't worry. I'm sure they're absolutely fine. He's got no way of knowing this.
Yeah,
like,
he's just
Han and Chewie could be dead. Like,
he's just passing them off. Like, I don't want to talk to these freaks.
Yeah, if I know Chewie, he's definitely 100% not dead.
Him and Han have probably got sidetracked with some prostitutes.
Yeah.
Some space pussy. That's where they are. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they've probably stopped off to bum. Because, that relationship's weird. And it's weird as fuck in this as well. Like, the love from Han does not fit that character at all.
No, he goes in for big hugs.
Yeah.
Anyway, they then call some trade shop, which is run by Art Carney.
Yeah, the only
Kashyyyk.
human to live on Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
And he owns like a shop of
Junk.
shit.
Yeah, just tit-tat.
Yeah.
Crap everywhere. And Art Carney is there, and there's some Imperial officer guy with a mustache whose voice is really obviously dubbed over.
Yeah.
He looks like something out of the Village People, but he's like, "What is this you are selling me?"
Well, he walks in, and then, like, the guy, Art kind of goes up to him and he says, he goes, I suppose you want to check my, like, papers or something. And he's like, no, it's my day off. He's shopping for personal reasons.
Yeah. And then Art Carney speaks in code to the family over the phone. He's like, "Don't worry, wink, wink.
Yeah.
That big talking carpet you ordered is on its way, wink, wink."
Yeah.
Okay.
This is because Marla's too fucking stupid to not ring back later, even though the Imperial Guard's
It's
right
right there.
behind Art Carney. She doesn't go like, oh, sorry. Like, it's just like,
I'll call back later.
yeah.
She's just
Where's
like,
Chewie?
"Where's my rebel husband?" Ooh!
Yeah, and he's like, his code is basically, don't worry, Chewbacca carpet is
But also,
definitely on his way.
why? Because this guy, it's his day off, remember?
Yeah, yeah, he doesn't care.
No.
He's just trying to find some knickknacks.
Yeah, but then the Imperial officer steals a moustache groomer. He's like, "I'll take it." It's like, "Oh, okay, how much?" He's like, no, I'll take it.
I've stolen this comb from you.
For my big moustache. Fucking hell. We then cut to Vader walking along, and he says he wants to find the rebels. End of scene.
But yeah, he's like, this is on such a grand scale of searching, because he's like, we'll find those rebels, even if we have to search every house. They're searching one house at a time throughout the galaxy.
Back to Kashyyyk, and we have more absolute nonsense from Chewie's wife. Chewie's wife is now watching a cooking show, which we now have to watch.
Yeah, this is the first time that, what's his name, appears. Like, I didn't realise it was him. He plays like 3 different people in this. He's the evil mayor from Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, that guy whose name I've forgotten.
His name, but yeah, and he's like, yeah, he's it's a cooking program on Kashyyyk that is not hosted by a Wookiee.
Nope.
It's just some random metallic-looking woman with big hair.
Yep.
It's just like, basically, it's not really cooking. It's like, put stuff in a bowl, and then the joke is, she's going like, you have to stir it and beat it at the same time.
She's got 4
and then
arms.
another arm
Yeah.
appears. Like, so it's basically impossible for anyone but this person.
Yes, and also they're cooking banthas.
Yeah, apparently so.
Banthas get such a bad rap in this universe. Like, Jon Favreau hates them. He's killed about 4.
Yeah.
And
Although Lumpy does have a stuffed bantha toy that he loves.
And yeah, they're cooking and eating them. Like, why? They're lovely. I love banthas. They're probably my
banthas are great.
favourite, just, background fucking creatures. And they're always being murdered in Star Wars.
And they're like, bantha, we're cooking bantha loin.
Yeah, or bantha rump.
Rump.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's just fucking awful. It goes on for ages of just this person
there's
cooking.
a few comedy sketches throughout this that just go on for too long. Like, the joke is worn thin and stretched out.
Yeah. Cut back to Chewie and Han being chased. They blow some stuff up. Anyway.
About some TIE fighters.
Yep. That's enough of that. Back to the good stuff.
Yeah.
On Kashyyyk.
The Empire has put a blockade.
Martial law has been declared.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, martial
and
law.
they've put a blockade around the planet.
Yeah, so no ships can land. And then Art Carney arrives at the Wookiee at Chewbacca's house, and he's got a proton pack for a mind evaporator.
Yeah.
Just mentions that in passing.
I mean, a proton pack is the Ghostbusters gun.
Yeah, which he gives to the Itchy, the grandpa Wookiee.
Yeah, when he knocks on the door as well, Itchy goes up to the door. There's a big old fucking window at the top of the door. Doesn't look through it.
No.
Listens to the door.
Who could
so
it-
luckily, Art Carney's like, it's me, you bellend.
And he's got gifts for them because it's Life Day.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh my god, yeah.
He's definitely Art Carney's got a weird kink for Wookiees in this.
Well, this Art Carney also turns around and he goes, "Why all the long hairy faces?" Which I'm pretty sure is racist on Kashyyyk. But yeah, then he starts handing out these presents.
It's like,
Oh, he demands kisses off Lumpy and Marla as well, which
yeah,
I
it's
find
like,
really weird.
oh, my favorite Wookiees. Oh, he's so creepy.
Yeah,
And
it's like a weird old man.
It's like the manager of a strip club.
Yeah,
You're my
and Marla's clearly not comfortable with it as well because
No,
he's like,
'cause
he
she's married.
gets a kiss off Lumpy, and then he's like, "Well, what do I get for the present?" And Marla's like, "Arr," and he's like, "Come on."
That's not how I like it.
Yeah.
They then strap Grandad into a hologram machine where he watches VR porn.
Yes, this is an orgasm machine.
We're not making this up.
No, seriously, it's like seconds into this video that he's watching. It's like Diane Carroll.
Yes, Diane Carroll.
Who's like a disco diva, and she's saying things like, "This is our time together,
Yeah.
just me and you."
Oh, I can see you're aroused. And Grandad's there like...
Like, yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, like, Itchy already looks like he's had several strokes, but he looks like he's having 90 more. He's like chewing.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
And yeah, it's like it's this VR sex experience with Diane Carroll that he's watching it, and then
In the family living room.
yeah, in the living room in front of everybody, and then then it goes into a music video of Diane Carroll, which again we have to watch.
Yeah. And you know it's a porn machine because when Art Carney straps him into it, he goes, "Happy Life Day, by the way, Itchy," and then he comes back and goes, "And I do mean Happy Life Day." Not here. Fucking Lumpy's traumatized in the corner.
Grandpa, like, that's why he's got
Grandpa's having another stroke.
his big hairy fucking Wookiee dong. Oh, Christ. After that shit, we cut to C-3PO and Princess Leia for another video chat.
Oh, this is my favourite.
Leia can't understand Marla.
No.
So she's like, "Oh, can you put Han or Chewie on? I don't understand your Wookiee language." How can you understand Chewie then?
Yeah. Fucking right from the offset, as soon as they ring Leia, it looks, Marla and Leia have got beef.
Yeah.
There's something not right there, because was it Leia comes up and she goes, "Oh, hi Marla, oh, Happy Life Day," and Marla goes, "Well, I mean, I've had better," because like C-3PO's translated, she's like, "Well, I'm glad your life day's but good," or something. Like,
Yeah.
it's proper snippy.
My husband's not here.
Yeah, and then
Is he with you?
Immediately Leia's like, "Can you put like a human on?" Like, I don't want to tie up the fucking channel.
Yeah. But they can't, and Leia can't speak Wookiee.
Well, she can speak Chewbacca apparently, but yeah, she
Yeah,
can't speak
how
Wookiee.
odd.
Because she does say, "Can you put Han or Chewie on?
Yeah.
Somebody I can understand." And Marla's like, "Fuck you."
God, no.
Rude.
Yeah, it's dreadful. Of course, it's
and
dreadful.
also, like, where Carrie Fisher seems to stumble, like, as she walks towards them. Carrie's pissed.
God bless her. R.I.P.
Yes.
And then we have more of the Millennium Falcon. They're through the blockade, but there's a lot of Imperial traffic around Kashyyyk, of course, because martial law. So they're going to land on the north side
Yeah, they're
of the planet.
they're gonna
and
avoid
walk.
the avoid the blockade by just parking around the other side of the planet.
Yeah, and walking
Yeah,
over.
and Chewie's like, "Nah," and he's like, "I know it's a bit of a walk."
It's a planet.
It's a whole world.
Imagine, like, you're going to visit somebody in Texas.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, traffic. We'll have to park in Ireland."
Yeah.
And we'll walk over. What the fuck? That'll only take...
Yeah.
I think Life Day will be over by the time you fucking get there.
I think Chewie's family will be dead by the time they get there. Han definitely will. Like,
So Chewbacca's family, they don't think Chewie's arrived because they hear a ruckus, a noise, but it's stormtroopers at the door.
yeah.
And an
well,
officer.
I mean, everyone hears the Millennium Falcon overhead. Everyone hears it.
Yes.
Like, it's not subtle.
So it must be seen.
Yeah, and then it's immediately after they hear that noise, there's a knock at the door. It must be Chewie. Not unless he's jumped out the fucking thing as they passed over. But yeah, they open it up and they're like, "Stormtroopers."
Yes, and an Imperial officer, and they search the place. It's all very SS.
Yes.
Very Nazi, this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not, Inglourious Bastards, this ain't.
Yeah, and Lumpy nearly gets a slap from one of the stormtroopers. And to be honest, I agree with him. But
Yeah.
Lumpy needs a slap.
Yeah, they're sort of searching the place and being all, "Where are your papers? We're looking. There's supposed to be another male Wookiee here. Where is he? Maybe he's the rebel. Let's search the place." Like, they are jumping to some big conclusions.
making
they're
wild
right,
accusations.
but like,
Yeah.
yeah. The trader, Art Carney, he then shows another hologram machine to one of the officers.
Yeah,
which,
it's Marla's present,
yeah.
which turns out to be Jefferson Star Shape in a box.
Yeah, so now we have to watch an Imperial officer watching a music video from Jefferson Starship. Like,
Yeah.
this
It's
happened.
so
Can you
weird.
imagine this happening in one of the films? Like, Vader he's in the middle of like killing people or like doing his duties. I'm just going to stop and watch the music videos.
Yeah.
And the audience has to watch it as well.
Yeah, it's so jarringly weird. Every reason they've got to throw in the entertainment is not thought through at all.
No.
It's not seamless at all. It's just jarring.
It's a really shitty like variety show.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
But set in the Star Wars universe.
And then pretty much immediately afterwards, like they make Lumpy sit down and watch cartoons.
Yeah. Well, the trader leaves because they're like, "Can you fuck off?"
Yeah.
The stormtroopers are like, "Can you get the fuck out of here? Because
Yeah.
you shouldn't be here anyway."
You're annoying.
Yeah.
And you've got a creepy vibe. I've got
Yeah,
to be honest.
you've got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lumpy starts acting up,
Yeah.
so they make him watch cartoons, which now we have to watch.
Yes.
But to be fair, this is probably the best part of the whole
I know.
fucking show.
Well, this is the first official appearance of Boba Fett.
Yes, this
like,
cartoon.
ever.
We have to, yeah.
But and it's, I mean, the animation is very 70s.
Yes.
It's like Yellow Submarine almost, like the Beatles thing.
But it is their voices.
Yes,
It is Mark Hamill.
It's Mark Hamill. Although Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford don't have to do a lot because their characters are rendered immediately unconscious.
So yeah, in this cartoon, the Falcon is going to crash into the Rebel base where Luke and Leia and all that are, but then it lands on some planet because it stops its crash course, whatever.
Yeah.
Luke jumps in a ship and also crashes on the planet.
Yeah.
Then a dinosaur shows up and it starts eating the ship.
Yeah.
Then they fuck off. Then Boba Fett arrives and he zaps the
on a dinosaur.
whilst he's riding an even bigger dinosaur. And he decides he's going to help them.
Yeah.
Remember, they don't know who Boba Fett is at this point.
No.
No one does.
No, and he tricks them by keep calling them a friend. So
Okay,
come with me, friend.
Okay, friend. Sure
Yeah.
thing, friend. They all arrive at the Falcon, and I must have missed something at the beginning. There's a talisman that Chewbacca has.
Yeah, he's just. Yeah, They go looking for it, and then immediately cuts to Chewie's putting a talisman in the bin,
Yeah.
like or something, and Luke goes "Roar," and passes out.
Yeah, the talisman makes people sleepy or
Yeah.
some bullshit.
There's no explanation
But
for
only
it.
humans.
Yeah.
So not Chewbacca and not Boba Fett for some reason.
And then Boba Fett's like, "Oh, I've heard of this sleeping virus that the Empire use." What?
So Boba Fett and Chewbacca go to some city that's nearby to get a remedy.
Yeah.
But it's all a setup. And Boba Fett is working with Vader because he FaceTimes him. And
Yeah.
the droids see it. So
Darth Vader's weirdly complimentary to him as well. He's like, "No wonder they call you the best bounty hunter."
but when
That's not Vader.
when Vader shows up in the cartoon, we have to cut back to Lumpy screaming.
It's so fucking weird. It's so weird.
And also he's hiding the cartoon from the Imperial officer.
Yeah.
Like, he made you watch it. And also, how are you watching a cartoon of people that you know?
Yeah, is it
What's
supposed
going
to be? Yeah, it doesn't explain that at all. Is this like this is like a history lesson or something? Is this actually happened? Like,
don't know.
Why is it animated then?
It's so weird. And then back on the Falcon, this is in the cartoon, Luke and Han are woken up and Boba Fett's been rumbled. Like, we know
Yeah.
you're working for Vader.
Well,
So
C-3PO and R2-D2 watched the fucking
the FaceTime
video.
call,
Yeah, the FaceTime
somehow.
call with them. Yeah, for no reason. Yeah, completely without any sort of rationale whatsoever. But
But
yeah,
once
so
he's
they know.
rumbled, Bubba just leaves, and that's
Yeah.
the end.
And he's like, "See you again, friends."
Yeah.
Like, oh, he called us friends again. Maybe he's not. Oh no, he is. I don't know.
Meanwhile, there's two stormtroopers trashing Lumpy's room, where he has a toy bantha, which they rip the head off. Again,
Yeah.
banthas just getting fucked up in this universe.
So unnecessary.
And Lumpy cries that his bantha toy has been destroyed. Wait till you find out what's for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, he puts it to bed, doesn't he? Like, and puts the.
Oh.
It's so unusual. But
I would cry if someone destroyed my bantha toy.
this doesn't like in regards to like the rest of the films. Like the Empire does some horrendous shit, destroys planets, murders billions of people, and in this they're just smashing up a kid's room.
Yeah. Then, and this is where we get to like the lowest of the entertainment value in this fucking show. Lumpy watches an instructional video on how to put back together one of his toys, which we have to watch.
This is what's his name again? The guy, the
other
evil
guy.
mayor from Blazing Saddles, same guy. And the joke is, if there is a joke at all,
There's
the
no
joke
joke.
is that it keeps glitching.
Like
And
Max
that's it.
Headroom.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
And it's not. I mean, it's just like he'll be talking, and they'll go, and then he'll go, and then it carries
But it
on.
goes on for 5 minutes. For
Days.
5 minutes,
Days
we are
it goes
watching an instructional video on how to repair something that doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah, a Lego transmitter.
It's so fucking bad. Then we watch. Then we go over. They watch TV where we have live on
Harvey
Tatooine.
Korman, his name is.
Harvey
Okay.
Korman.
Yes.
Then we watch this reality show live on Tatooine.
Right. This is the weird thing as well, because they get like a transmission from the Empire,
Yeah.
and they demand that everyone stop what they're doing and watch this life on Tatooine.
Yeah, it's
Why?
like the Kardashians, but if it was on Tatooine.
Yeah. And the thing that they demand that they watch is the cantina from Mos Eisley.
Yeah, so everyone can see what scum they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And B. Arthur runs this cantina all of a sudden. It's the band from Star Wars, from A New
Yeah,
Hope.
it's the cantina. The same. They're all in the same fucking alien
same set.
costumes. It's the
Yeah.
same set. The same fucking music. But now B. Arthur works behind the bar.
She runs it.
Yeah.
Like Cheers. And Harvey Korman again.
Yeah. Oh,
walks in.
this weird man arrives to woo B. Arthur, and he pours a drink into a spout on his head,
Yes.
like a dolphin.
like
but
a
they breathe through it.
volcano on his head or
Yeah,
something.
it's totally fucking weird.
But
He's
yeah.
obsessed with B. Arthur, and he's totally creepy. He's gone there to try and chat her up. He's going to end up an incel.
Yeah.
Because she's like, no.
Yeah, the joke is that he thinks there was a connection between them.
Yes,
and
because
it turns
she
out- yeah.
said to him when he left last time, "Come back soon, I'll be waiting."
Yeah.
And he thought that was she wants to bang me.
Yeah.
So he shows up with a flower, and he's done his little volcano all neat.
And now he makes videos on the internet about how you should treat women.
Yeah. And but when another person leaves whilst she's
Yeah.
talking to him, she says, "Come back soon, I'll be waiting." It's her catchphrase.
Yeah, it's just what you say. It's like in hospitality.
Yeah. But no. Yeah, he's going to go full incel.
Yeah.
And imagine if the roles were reversed.
Yeah. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
Why do nice guys like me get passed over?
Because you're not a nice guy. You're all cunts.
But yeah, and then it gets to that point, and you're like, oh, that's the punchline. And he puts his head down on the bar, and you think, that's it then.
Yeah.
No,
No.
there's more.
There is a curfew that's been put in place on Tatooine. The people that told everybody to watch Tatooine live on Tatooine
Yep.
then appear on live on Tatooine to make an announcement that there's now a curfew in effect.
Yeah, and everyone needs to fuck off home.
Everyone has to go, but everyone refuses to leave.
This gave me flashbacks, like to when I used to work in pubs, like because she's like walking around and she's like, everyone has to go, and people are ignoring her,
Yeah.
like and just stuff. But and then she's like, and then like she's like, oh please everyone go, and then she just like caves and she goes, all right, fine, one more drink, and I thought,
And it's on the house.
yeah, and I'll get it. And I thought, God, it's like my boss, my old boss. He used to do stuff like cave into people and like give them another drink. And then she bursts into song, which is not like my boss.
Yeah, she figures out the best way to get them to all leave is to start singing.
Yeah. And
Which,
it works.
Yes, it does work.
I mean, was B. Arthur known for her singing voice? Because it's not
particularly.
great.
No, it's not great. Yeah, they all leave, apart from the creepy guy.
Yeah, he's hidden behind the bar
Yeah.
like a rapist. Like, and when she locks the door, he pops up with some flowers, and then it just freeze frames. You're like, I don't want to know what happened after that.
Oh, yeah, dreadful. That's a whole fucking 10-minute segment. Back
Yep.
on Kashyyyk, the stormtroopers are called back to the base, but one of them is left behind to wait to see if Chewie shows up.
Yeah.
And then Lumpy throws
It's like
a
they haven't
fit.
met Chewie. You don't leave one stormtrooper. Chewie will just fucking rip him apart.
Even Marla could rip them apart.
Yeah,
They're all
easily.
massive Wookiees.
Even Itchy.
But you stay here on your own. You've got a gun, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Lumpy starts throwing a fit for whatever reason. They start screaming and shit. I don't know what's going
Well,
on.
it turns out that Lumpy has fixed his transmitter, and Lumpy is the one that has sent the message recalling all of the other troops. That's why it's like repeating over and
Right.
over again in the bedroom. And the stormtrooper figures this out because it's loud as fuck, and smashes it up. And yeah, he's gonna like I don't know, something's gonna happen. But like then he's got the gun on the family or whatever, and Chewie and Han sneak in.
Yeah, Han Solo, first of all, you see Han. He arrives, and as he arrives, the stormtrooper falls to his death.
Well, they have a little like It's not
so
even a fight.
bad.
It's like, dun, 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 dun. And then all of a sudden, the trooper drops his gun, and then
He goes to pick it
Han
up.
looks at it, and then the stormtrooper goes to pick it up and falls off the edge, plunges to his
To the
death.
Willem scream.
Yeah, yeah,
And he... Han's just there like,
yeah.
easiest kill of my fucking career.
Didn't touch the cunt.
Yeah, he literally just fell over a balcony. And because obviously the Wookiee's house is miles up in a big tree. So that stormtrooper's dead.
And this is where Han just gets super fucking weird and starts proclaiming his love for Chewie's family.
Yeah, so Chewie and Han have finally got back to Kashyyyk for Life Day. And Han instantly leaves.
Yeah.
But
After telling him how much he'd
Yeah.
been mean to him.
but
You're
before
like family.
before he leaves, he picks up the stormtrooper's weapon and he says, "They'll be looking for him. Anyway, see ya.
Yeah. They'll be back.
I'm off." Then Art Carney comes back because he was just hiding in the bushes having a wank.
Yeah. Over Marla.
Yeah.
Through the window.
Then there's another alert, and yes, they are indeed looking for the stormtrooper. But Art Carney just lies,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Well, he left. He stole some bits and he left," and they just believe him. They go, "Oh, all right, see ya."
Oh, that sounds like Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve the stormtrooper. That sounds, yeah, Steve's a fucking dodgy fuck. But yeah, he just nicked a load of stuff and
And he's an
deserted.
incel.
Yeah. He's watching videos by that bloke with the spout on his head.
Then the Wookiees then stand around holding some fucking light bulbs or some shit.
This is the weirdest fucking thing. It's all of a sudden it goes all eyes wide shut. Like at no point ever have Wookiees worn clothes, but they're all holding up some light bulbs in the living room.
Yeah.
So they're holding up the light bulbs, and then it fades out. Now they're all in red robes.
Yes.
like some weird orgy, like eyes wide shut thing.
With
and then,
really bad space green screen
yeah,
behind them.
green screen, and they're all in a row, and they're all like in a line, and they're walking into the light. Are they dying?
I thought that. It's like, are they literally walking into the fucking sun?
Yeah, it's Life Day. Like
End
just
of Life Day?
End of Life Day. It's the whole Wookiee life cycle is done. Now
They're
the whole
all-
planet's dead.
They're all jellicle.
Yeah, it's so weird. It doesn't make any sense.
It looks so odd as well. It does look really creepy and odd.
Yeah.
How they're just there on this green screen walking towards their death in these robes. It looks like something from a fucking cult.
Yeah, it does look weird. And then it fades into like they're all at the bottom of a tree.
They're all then it goes into some other place. There's a shitload of Wookiees there,
Just making noise.
just making an absolute fucking racket.
It's like it holds up my orgy theory.
And C-3PO and R2-D2 are there. And for some reason, C-3PO is giving a speech where he talks about he wishes he could feel stuff.
Yeah.
But he can't because he's a robot.
R2 and me wish we were human or living so we could have feelings.
But we don't.
But we don't. But
Anyway.
luckily, Mark Hamill's here.
It's really odd.
Yeah.
It's so bleak.
Luke's like, don't worry about your lack of feelings. We're here now. Me, Leia, and Han.
Yeah, the humans, the people that feel emotions.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for filling in there, droid. Okay, no problem. It
Get-
just...
Make me a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, so bizarre.
And this is, honestly, this must
So,
be
yeah.
the bit that Carrie Fisher was like,
So yeah,
super proud of.
Han, Luke, and Leia, they're even though Han left, he's come back.
Yeah.
Because he loves him.
Yeah.
And he
Actually
says,
loves him.
he says, "I love you and your family."
Yeah. This is the point where, I mean, Harrison Ford's done a good job of hiding up to this point, but now you can see on his face, he's like, fuck this.
He really can't
Like, I
hide.
mean, he famously had trouble with the fucking dialogue in the first film, like where he said, like, you can write this shit, George, but you can't say it.
Yeah.
Like, and now he's the stuff that he's spouting in this is just, it's so cringe.
And then Princess Leia sings a song to the tune of the Star Wars themes.
Well, like a bastardized version of the Star Wars theme, and it's something about
Life Day?
Yeah, Life Day or
It's
something.
fucking dreadful.
My God,
Apparently, she insisted she sing.
did she?
I think she
she
was-
was fucked on.
I
Coke.
think she was trolling them.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm gonna sing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. And she,
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna do a bag of cocaine and then sing.
yeah, it's fucking dreadful. And then we get a close up of Chewbacca's dumb face.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of clips from the original film.
Yeah,
I literally, from the point where they hold up the light bulbs, I was actually in hysterics. Watching, I couldn't stop laughing.
yeah, same as that. Same as that.
Uh,
Like, yeah, it's so fucking weird.
and then we cut to just the Wookiees back in their living room, just sitting at a table.
Playing backgammon or something.
Yeah. The end.
Yeah, it's such an unnecessary. Like, why have we? Could have ended it like in the forest with like the song, but no, we've gone back to their living room
Just
for
to
no
see
reason.
them sit there.
Yeah, it's like the end of the first Avengers movie where they just sat there eating like the shawarma thing. It's just like fucking this. Yeah, this mate.
So,
Fuck Jesus Christ! This made me hate characters I love.
yeah, this is bad.
There's no reason.
is-
There's no wonder like it doesn't get shown ever and never will. Like it's just
It's barely like a thing.
yeah.
It's like it's so loosely all tied together with bad acting, bad effects, bad everything is bad about it.
It looks like it was thought of that morning, like and then put together. They just rang everybody up. Do you mind popping in just to the studio just for an hour?
Yeah.
Like just gonna do this thing. Like we don't know what the plot is. It doesn't matter.
No,
It's barely a plot. So yeah, just turn up and we'll just fuck about. Yeah, how does that
but
sound?
this was like remember this is like before punk rock.
Yep.
And this is what TV looked like.
Yeah.
Like these awful variety shows. This was I mean the people at CBS, but when they were aired this, like, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Everyone hated it.
Everyone.
everybody in it, everybody that saw it, everybody that has seen it, fucking hates this. And it's an hour and 37 minutes long.
Yeah, for no
And if
reason.
you watched
again,
it in
doesn't need to be.
1978, it was 2 hours long because you had commercials as
Commercials
well.
all the way through.
Yeah.
And they showed it in place of Linda Carter's Wonder Woman
And the Hulk.
and the Incredible Hulk,
Yeah.
which like famously were huge TV shows. So
Yeah.
they replaced like probably their biggest earners with this.
But this was sponsored by General Motors.
Yes, it was.
So they must
Yes,
have
it
made
was.
some bank off of this.
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh, it's fucking. It's just. I don't know. Yeah, why? Like, some of the reviews were hilarious. Like, obviously there was like the Force wasn't with them.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's-
this is a review from the AV Club at
Right.
the time, and this is probably my favorite review of anything ever, and I agree with it so fucking hard. It just wrote, "I am not convinced the special wasn't ultimately written and directed by a sentient bag of cocaine."
That's amazing.
Some David Hofstede, who's an author, he just wrote, "What were they thinking?"
Yeah. Was it somebody put just like that, the mystique of Star Wars is gone.
Yeah.
It's only the first film.
Someone called it bubblegum for the brain.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, yeah, dreadful. And did I get any comments?
Oh, I can't remember if I did get a few.
I got one. Not obviously, not a lot of people have seen this, but I got one. Oh no, I got a few actually. Someone says here, Sardrit again. Can't do usernames. Star Wars Brady Bunch. Even Harvey Korman couldn't save it.
Yeah, Harvey Korman's probably the worst thing in it, and that's saying something.
Yeah, he's fucking dreadful.
Oh,
sorry, I have more. Somebody called Hamwise, but 10 minutes of Wookiees talking to each other without subtitles. It's hilarious. It's a hilarious struggle. I wish it was 10 minutes.
Oh dear.
And then somebody called Cat Eyes Glasses on TikTok said, "I saw it as a child and blocked out most of it. What I recall is Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher looking embarrassed as fuck."
Yeah. I've got Naughty Street Names, which is my friend Luke. He said, "I followed your link to watch it and had to turn off at Chewbacca's gurning dad getting horny watching a human on his VR headset." It spawned a whole conversation with my friend Paul McHugh, which led to us eventually talking about the Ewok spin-off films.
Apparently they're awful. They're
are
not
really
as bad.
No, not as bad as this.
but apparently also
they're
terrible.
pretty fucking bad. And then that's how I got Luke to watch it, because he put, "Is it as good as the Ewok spin-off movies?" And I was like, "This makes the Ewok movies look like Scorsese directed them."
And some trivia. As we mentioned, I think at the beginning, Carrie Fisher did own a copy of this and would play it at parties when she wanted people to leave. B. Arthur claims she only appeared in this because her son was such a huge Star Wars fan.
Right.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
No money involved.
No. The scene featuring Darth Vader walking along the corridor of the officer is actually cut footage from A New Hope.
I did think that, because it looks different to the rest of the film.
It holds the number one spot in the book called The 100 Dumbest Television Moments Ever.
Brilliant.
And it is titled as The Worst 2 Hours of Television Ever Made.
I mean, yeah.
And finally, there's loads of trivia all about just how awful it is and how everybody hates it. But it's probably my favourite. Bruce Vilnach, who was one of the writers, He admitted he had something of a heavy cocaine problem whilst helping write this,
Brilliant.
which duh,
Explains everything.
it really does.
Yeah, fucking hell. I mean, Carrie Fisher at the time was well into her cocaine. Like, at that
Oh, yeah,
point.
what was it? Alcohol or both? I don't know.
Well, everything. She was an addict of everything. But there's that quite famous picture from the set of A New Hope where you can see her cocaine fingernail.
Yes.
She's got short fingernails apart from one.
Yeah. Oh dear. R.I.P. Well, fuck me. That was that. That was the Star Wars Holiday Special here on the Movies to Drink To Holiday Special.
Do you know, it's one of those things. I kept meaning to watch it, so it finally gave me the reason to watch it. And I believe, honestly, I think people should see it.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, it's there for free on YouTube. I mean, I fast forwarded through a lot of the shit. Like
Every time someone starts playing a song.
yeah, that's it. Fast forward.
Even like the Jefferson Starship song was like a B-side of this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So that was that.
That was that. Yeah. Well, we're going to go to our Movies to Drink To staff party now
Yep.
and have some eggnog and whatever.
Sit by the fire.
Yep. And don't forget to subscribe so that maybe one year we'll be able to actually hire a venue for have a real staff party and have staff.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That is it for the year.
It is
For us.
That's 2022. Done.
Yeah, we will be back next year, most likely in January, mid-January.
Yep.
We've still got loads to do planned. We've still got to pick back up to our Friday the 13th series, which will be, what did we do? We did one. So we've done one. So we'll start with two, I guess, next year, and a bunch of other stuff planned and more stuff from News to Drink To, because the news will just keep happening.
Yeah. Also, if you fancy checking out some of my stand-up stuff, you can find it on YouTube as well. It's, just my page was just my name, Lee Smith Comedy, I think.
We'll put a link to it in the description.
Yeah, there's not a lot on there at the moment. I'm building it, but yeah, if you want to check that out, then please do give me a subscribe on there.
Yes, and I also have a YouTube channel, which again there will be a link to in the description on YouTube. And you can go subscribe there and see me just pissing off so many Nazis and Kanye West fans and incels. Oh, they've really got it in for me. Fuck them. So have a Merry Christmas. Apart from you, Kanye, you dick. And thanks to everybody this year that has listened and liked and subscribed and,
You guys
and shared.
rock.
Yes, you are the best. And also the only audience we have.
Yeah.
So
Don't go.
we'll see you next year and have a merry whatever you're celebrating.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ta-da.